How you doing? What's going on with you? We in the building. Yup. No countdown tonight. We just jumped out there. Hey, how you doing? Left
Boom.
hander in the building. Yada Bears over there. Down in sports talk is the name of the
Yep.
situation. And it's going down tonight. We got some things we want to talk about. Um, Before we get up and get into this thing, respect to um those people that got hurt out there in Kansas City, the lady that passed away at the Chiefs parade, um, saying, and it was another situation that happened at a parade where somebody got hurt or whatever. But yo, man, you got to stop that, man. Cut that out. Word up, celebrate, man. Celebrate like we do in New York, even though we haven't celebrated in years. Celebrate like we do in New York. Don't be laughing. What you laughing at, man? That's laughing at. Yeah, I mean, you know, stuff like that, man. Where people go to celebrate a championship and have a good time and party and stuff
hmm
like that
hmm
and get loose, man. You got to worry about somebody letting that thing go outside, man. It's crazy. I've been at Yankee parades. Matter of fact, I remember what it was the last Yankee parade. As a matter of fact, 2009, right? I was on right there in the corner, right where is a Starbucks. So we standing in front of the spot, and people still trying to get back and forth to go to work. I don't know how they do this, walking through all these people. It's like millions of people out there. They still try to go because they didn't know the parade was going on. They bugging. So this lady was walking. She was trying to get past this jam packed yo on the block outside. You can't get past. So this dude, he pushed the lady. And so this Chinese dude saw that, and I don't know what happened. I guess he got hit with the spirit of Bruce Lee because
Oh
he
shit.
cut this dude and wiped him out. Bang, 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 bang. I was like, oh,
Wow.
this was at the Yankee parade. Word up, yeah. So it goes down, but like as far as killing people and stuff like that, man, y'all need to cut that out, man. It ain't. It's not really that serious, man. You know what I mean? We can do better, man, for real. Browski, what's good? Y'all the Bears in the house. What's happening?
Man, not much, just chilling.
Must be
Watch.
Tuesday.
Yeah, I mean, it must be Tuesday because we up here live in color.
Uh
Um,
huh.
but this week's been a very slow week. No more football. NBA on All Star break. Spring training just happening. So sports world been a little slow, but there's always something entertaining happening within it all. So that's why we're here to talk about it, especially that All Star game.
Man, I don't like to pop my collar too much, but when I do, I pop my collar too much. Listen, I said it. You know what I mean? The NBA All Star game has been garbage for years. But in this particular edition of the NBA All Star game, it was at its worst. Um, it's so many situations that we could talk to and we will talk to that factor into this NBA All Star situation in Indianapolis being the worst. You know, respect to the person that got shot at the Waffle House in Indianapolis after the All Star game out there in Indianapolis. Salute to Mike Epps and Shannon Sharp who pieced it up. You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, man, the whole All Star game as a whole, like it was, it was to me, it was a waste of time. I feel like um, the skills competition, what it was, the Sabrina versus Steph was what it was. You know what I mean? Everybody out there partying, having a good time, whoop de woo. And now here comes the game, which is kind of like the afterthought after all the partying and the skills competition and the yelling and the screaming and this and that. And the third, here comes the game, which was basically, I think Yada Bear said it was like a glorified shoot around. And literally, it was a glorified shoot around when you have a team score 200 points. Like, to me, that's a disrespect of the game. And I know y'all is going to add on. But we're gonna definitely talk about this for a hot minute because, again, for me, not because I was right or whatever, whatever, because it is what it is, and we've been going through this, going down this tunnel for a long time in regards to the NBA All Star Game. Yada Bear, you want to add on because we're gonna talk about this.
Oh yeah, like I mean, I can start from the very beginning. Um, the celebrity game, trash. Where's the celebrities? Where are the celebrities? You give me
Man,
Jennifer
I forgot
Hudson.
about that.
Yeah, see, yeah, you gave me Jennifer Hudson. You gave me a couple of football players. You gave me Michael Parson, Puka. Then you give me some Italian Olympic high jumper. Nobody knows who this guy is. Like,
But
are you serious? You bring in some YouTube stars. Like, all right, I understand. That's where we're going now. Celebrities are now social media stars. But
right, so for social media,
where
right?
are like where's the real celebrities at? Can I get like you giving me what was that guy name? Kai sent like trash. The funny thing is how Michael Parsons wasn't passing him the ball. That was
Mm.
hilarious. Um, but where's the real celebrities? Where are these celebrities that love the NBA? You know, back
And not for
before we
nothing,
could have like Common, we had
why they
Wayne,
front on
we had
Chris
Michael
Brown? Why they front on
Jordan.
Chris Brown?
Like where the celebrities at? It is like that game was trash.
I
Um,
mean, like
it was that.
it's a whole lot to be said about that whole entire scenario. I mean, again, used to having, seeing like, people and athletes and actors and people from
Yes,
society that you knew and you could kind of relate to in some sort of way in the celebrity game. And now it's like a bunch of who's this guy and who's that guy, but we're not that out of touch because that'd be the first thing that you out of touch. I don't know who these people are, and I don't care to know them. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
like
But at the end,
who are these guys?
right. And at the end of the day, though, they're in a situation that they're in our situation. We're not in their situation. They're in our situation. That's
Mm-hmm.
NBA, supporters that we watching this All-Star game. So when you get to the game, um, you would want it to be competitive. You would want to take pride in, especially with back to an East-West format. You know what I mean? You would want to, be able to say that, we took this thing and we took it the right way. I don't think anybody took it serious. You know what I mean?
Not at all.
Yeah, it's just a
So
check to them. Just a check to
yeah,
some of them.
so you got that right, which was bad. Then we go into Saturday night. You know,
Mm-hmm.
skills competition, 3-point
Right.
competition. We got something new with Steph versus Sabrina, and then the all in all infamous dunk contest. Before I even start criticizing the the competitions, first let me just Kenny Smith was saying some really wild stuff throughout the whole broadcast.
I heard about that. What?
He was just saying some wild stuff throughout the whole broadcast. And him being on the mic, it was a bad choice. They need to figure out a better partner for Reggie because Reggie was fine. You know, Kenny was just wild, and it was like
So what
somebody
was
was
he
like,
saying?
I'll get into it during,
Okay.
I don't worry, I'll let you know. I'll get into it. So now we go into
Okay.
the the skills competition, right? When you got the All Stars versus the home team, and then the rookies, doing
Okay.
a little skill bounce pads and stuff like that. Number one, they made it extremely easy for them now. The hole where they supposed to be, throwing the passes in have
Yeah.
gotten larger. It was so
Right.
big, anybody can
Right.
throw a
Yeah.
pass or
Even
bounce a little
caveman could
bounce
do it.
pass.
Right. Right. Right.
Anybody can do it. It wasn't. It didn't require any skill. Like anybody could done it. Um, the big thing was the floor, interactive, lighting up. That was trash to me. No one cares about that. Um, going to the like I said, it wasn't competitive enough. Anybody can perform. So it wasn't a challenge. Then we got Kenny on the commentating, and like he just keep like switching who he think going to win. He's making corny jokes. He's like, wow, it just like it's just ridiculous. I'm just listening to him. I'm like, yo, I'm like, is anybody noticing that like Kenny is really like bugging out, like when when
That's
he's
what
talking?
does gonna win.
Yeah, it's like a whole weird vibe with him the whole trip. So now we're in the
Right,
3-point competition.
right.
3-point competition going on. That was actually pretty good. Everybody was pretty even. Surprising, it wasn't like no pull away. Dane won it again. He 2-time champ. It's been a while since there was a 2-time champ. I think they said the guy from
Dave
Cleveland,
Miller
Craig.
from Milwaukee Bucks.
What was it? Dave Miller? Craig?
Dave
What was his name?
Miller.
No,
Huh?
no, 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 no. Dane was the first one to do it since like Craig Elo was a 2-time champ. It's been a while since it was a back-to-back
Okay.
3-point champion. So again, Kenny walling on that one too, like changing this guy and oh, this guy's gonna win. Now this guy's gonna win it. Look how this guy shoots. He shoots weird. He's gonna be tired. It was just like wow, this is
He was
nuts.
all over the place.
He's all over the place. And then we get to the Steph versus Sabrina. Now that's when he started really going off the rail because he kept saying, "Well, this is not fair. She should be shooting from the
The
WNBA 3-point
WNBA
line.
line. Right, 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 right,
You
right.
know, she's a girl. She's going to get tired. Blah blah blah." So Reggie Miller's like, "Well, she's using the official WNBA ball, but she chose to shoot from the 3-point line
Hmm.
because when she's playing in the game, that's where she shoots at." So it was ignorant of Kenny to not even respect her range.
Right,
Sabrina shoots all over the place. You
right.
know, she don't shoot behind the WNBA 3-point line. She shoots way beyond the male 3-point line. So he kept saying, "Oh, this is a disadvantage. This isn't fair." It was
Hmm.
like he was basically not giving her the respect of being a ball player. He kept saying, "Well, she shouldn't have to do this," and like, why are you keep putting her gender first? Like she's a ball player. Everybody can shoot. Shooting is something that both men and women can do in the same spot. You
Right.
shoot from here, I can shoot from here. It's not like they're playing football or playing golf, anything like that. There's like and
Or
Reggie
hitting the
kept
90 mile
saying
an hour
like
fastball.
yeah, yeah, and like Reggie kept saying, well, there's no such thing as like ladies' tea, like in the NBA, like when you're playing basketball, you can shoot. So that's where he was really weird at, and he just kept saying it over and over again how it's not fair. And I'm like, well, he making it seem like Steph blew it out. He won on the last shot.
Hmm.
She scored 26 points. She could have won the male 3-point contest because Dame scored 26 points to win the 3-point contest.
Right.
So,
Okay. Hmm.
and Steph, he scored what, 29. So it was 26 to 29. And like he kept saying, "Oh, battle of the sexes, blah blah blah." I'm like, Kenny must have been drinking Hennessy or something because he just kept just talking and talking and just saying some like really like chauvinistic stuff, and I'm like, my man, you gotta chill, like you gotta stop.
Right.
Like someone
Right.
cut his mic off, like he just keep talking.
Doing too much.
That's doing too much. Like
Mm.
sometimes you just don't say it. You don't have to say it. Um, and then we get to the dunk contest, which is
Okay.
another pile of hot garbage. Where, spoiler alert, the G League guy wins. How the G League guy wins the NBA dunk contest? The dunk contest used to be,
Again.
the pride. top
Mm-hmm.
five.
Right.
This is what we all been waiting on. You know, everybody got their cameras. You know, back then people had their camcorders out. I've never seen
Yep.
Shaq
That's
holding the big
right.
old camcorder, and then you know you had Tracy McGrady holding the little one. You know, everybody had cameras. Now everybody got their phones and stuff out. Well, I mean, not everybody had their phone out this time because it was trash.
It was whack.
You
Right.
had Obi Toppin brother in there.
Mm.
His biggest highlight was, oh, I'm wearing the same sneakers that Obi won when he won it. I'm like, this is, and then he doing the same things that his brother did. I'm like, this is trash. Okay, you got Jaylen Brown. Everybody saluting Jaylen Brown for participating because you know he's one of the top tier guys. You know, make big contract guys, big money guy. Finally stepped up to be in the All Star. You know, to be in the dunk contest.
Putting some respect on his name. Like,
But,
yeah, I'm gonna get down. Yeah, I'm gonna get down. Yep.
yeah, but guess what? They was all trash dunks.
Uh,
He tried to do the D Brown dunk, jumping over somebody sitting in the chair. Like what?
oh,
What's the
the no look
fascination?
joint with the Reeboks.
Yeah, but he didn't do it right. He tried to
Uh oh.
cover his head,
Yeah.
cover his face, but he didn't close his eyes.
Oh.
But like, what's the fascination of everybody jumping over people?
Right.
Like, there's no more creativity in the dunks. I feel like I told you behind the scenes, I feel like we seen every dunk done, modified,
Known
changed
to
up.
man.
Yeah, like ever. Like there's no more creativity. Every now
Right.
and the thing is who can jump over the tallest guy? The guy Matt McClung, he jumped over Shaq and did a reverse dunk. Oh, whoop 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 whoopie doo. Who
Right.
cares? I don't even. I even forgot who the third guy, who was the fourth guy. The guy Jaime, um, from Miami, the rookie.
Oh, Javi Vasquez or
Yeah,
Javi. What?
yeah.
Yeah, I knew you talking about.
Trash, trash. You see, I didn't even. I forgot that he was even in the dunk contest. He was trash. It's bad. It's time to get rid of the dunk contest. Either it's time to revamp the whole NBA All Star because it's no longer competitive. They scored 211 points
Right.
in a who scored in a professional basketball game. I don't care. There's the All
Right.
Star game. It's still with a group of professional athletes who get paid at the highest level to
Right.
play this game, and they scored 211 points. And I think the West had like 186 or 190, something like that. It's ridiculous amount. If no one's going to be, if no one's going to take this seriously, then get rid of the game because it's trash. It's an insult. It's an insult to their so-called heroes who is sitting in the audience watching this trash display on the court. You got people like Dominique, Barkley, Magic. You got
Right.
Jordan.
Curry.
You got all of your heroes, so-called heroes that y'all want to be like, and how y'all grew up watching and admiring, and this is how you want to play the game like them. But you're not playing the game like them
Right.
because they took the All-Star game seriously.
Serious.
This was super serious, and now it's the laughing stock. It was so bad that I didn't even continue to watch the whole thing. It was you had Dame shooting 2 half-court shots. Like
I
what?
mean, yo, when it gets really bad when people who love this love the sport, love the competition, been watching it for years, and kind of like live vicariously through those all-star situations. You know what I mean? Look at the All-Star game, the NBA All-Star game in particular, and look at it and be like, wow, it was whack, yo. I ain't getting no juice from it. It didn't hype me up to get ready for the second half of the season. You know what I'm saying?
And
It
nobody's
left me
talking about it in
it left
positive
me
way.
empty. It left me empty. It didn't leave me right in a frame of mind where I could say, okay, now we can settle in and get ready for the spring. You know what I mean? and get ready for the the playoff run and things of that nature. It left it left me asking more questions. Part of self. It left me asking more questions like, where are we at? What are we doing? Who are we doing this for? Are we doing this for the kid who wants to grow up to play basketball, who's going to probably be a one and done because his NIL deal is going to be dope or whatever? He wants to be a pro. You know what I mean? Or are we doing it for the ones who do it for the love of the game? What is the love of the game? The love of the game has changed.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, and it was evidence to this All Star weekend was supposed to be the catalyst and the crown jewel of everything basketball related. The NBA All Star game, and now it's relegated to what Browski said earlier. It's trash, and I agree with you. I
Yeah.
definitely agree. And it's sad, yo. It's sad.
Yeah.
This is Dr. J and and
Yeah.
Larry Bird and Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and
Yeah.
and those guys
Magic and
didn't pass the
Isaiah
torch down to you
Thomas.
guys
Yeah.
for it to be like this. You know what I'm saying? You
Yeah.
know, and it's shameful, man. You know what I'm saying? And again, as the game is going to get decidedly younger,
Yeah.
and really the essence of the game is going to really change. And it's changed already. And it's evidenced again in the All-Star game. And what do they do to change it? I mean, to change the perception of it, make the All-Star game a thing, make All-Star weekend a thing, you know. And really, unfortunately, it wasn't. It was the worst All-Star situation I can remember. It was bad. It was really bad.
No, it was really bad. And when we think about All Star Weekend, we should be hype and charged for it. We should be super hyped for it. Like, can't wait. You look at the calendar. All right, All Star Weekend's coming up. All right, who's gonna be in the dunk contest? Who's gonna be in the 3-point contest? Like, who gonna start? Who gonna be on these teams? We don't get none of that anymore.
Nope.
All that's out the window, and it's because the this generation and the generation before don't take pride in being an all-star. Like I told you behind the scenes, nobody's taking pride in being an all-star because everybody's an all-star in the NBA
Right.
now.
Right.
Everybody's an all-star. Everybody. Just like how everybody's in the NBA Hall of Fame. Everybody's a Hall of Fame in the NBA, You put a couple points up, you play in the
Mm-hmm.
league
Make
for
a
longer
make
than
a make
6
a couple of
years.
50-foot baskets, and there you
Yeah.
go.
Now and now you're a Hall of Famer. Just like now everybody's an all-star. It used to be super competitive about who's going to make this all-star team. And now, like I said, everybody in mom an all-star, so it don't matter. It don't matter about the competition. Um, when think about the competition with the NBA now, people see it like, oh, LeBron this and KD and that, but what's going to happen when these guys leave?
Yeah.
When Jordan left and when Kobe and them left, like, the NBA didn't suffer because we had other stars. Where's the stars that is going to carry the NBA 10 years from now? There's no
No, that's right.
stars. When LeBron
Right.
retired and KD and Steph and the Chris Pauls and the ADs, no, when these guys retire, where's the next superstar that's going to carry the league? Because when I look at college basketball right now, I don't see no stars. you know,
Mm-hmm.
there's
I don't
no
see. I don't see
clear
none either.
cut, there's no clear cut stars in college basketball, and that's wild because the tournament is about to start in a
Yep.
couple of weeks,
Yep.
and guess what? I don't care. As there's no excitement. There's no
Wow.
clear. There's
I
no
feel
clear
you on that.
team.
Right.
You
I don't care
know,
about brackets and none of that. Right. Right. Right.
none of that, because every couple of days we got a new number one. There's no dominant team. We just had a couple of weeks ago Duke versus North Carolina. That used to be a marquee matchup.
Yep.
Everybody in their mind, we talking about that ready to get down there.
Yep.
Guess what? It came, it went,
And win.
and nobody cared to see it.
Mm. Mm.
Nobody talked about it because
Right.
there's no stars in college basketball. We don't even talk about college basketball on this show. Guess who else
Right.
don't talk about it? First Take.
Right.
Get up. Undisputed. Because there's no stars anymore. There's nothing out there. I can't point at one college team and be like, that guy's going to be a star in the NBA. I can't
Okay.
wait for him to take the
Right.
leap.
To see him at the next level. Right. I
Nobody.
feel you on that. I feel you on from that perspective. I feel you definitely. You know what I mean? And I think from the other perspective, I feel like you said, the tournaments get ready to come up. The talent pool is definitely diluted. Anybody can win it. Um, Again, at the end of the day, um, who do you blame? You don't really blame anybody. You know what I mean? If I'm gonna blame somebody, it's gonna be the NCAA as a whole, because the NCAA created this monster. They did. So they did,
Yeah.
and when Ed O'Bannon and them decide to fight back, this is the fruits of their labor. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? And it's coming at the NCAA hot and heavy, Browski, from the conferences being shook up to
Yeah.
the NILs to the
Yeah.
transfer portal to it's coming at to the lawsuits. It's coming at the
Yeah.
NCAA hot and heavy. You know what I
Yes, it
mean?
is.
So the focus is now about how much money can we get while we could get this college eligibility. I've seen a story where a dude was in college for 11 years. Like what? What?
Yeah. Yeah. And how is he still playing? How is he still
What?
got
What?
NCAA
11
eligibility?
years?
College
How
is
does that
4
work?
years.
You know what I'm
College is
saying?
4 years. See,
Yeah,
see,
college is 4
see,
years.
they
You know what
started
the
tripping
you
because
done did, you done did double
college
life.
is 4 years, and then
You know what I'm
remember
saying?
they started with the, oh no, well he was red shirted, so he got a 5th year is eligible. Now
Yeah.
and then it's like, oh no, well he was red shirted for 2 years, so now he got a sixth
Yeah.
year
He got an
eligible.
exemption. He got hurt. This and
Yeah,
that.
yeah, like it's
What?
so much. Like the kid, oh my god, what was the guy named Charlie Wheaton? When he got drafted, I know he wasn't. I know he wasn't going to talk about the NFL, but he got drafted when he was like 26. Like he was old as a rookie in the NFL because he had so many exceptions and exemptions and now it's like
You know,
what's
you know,
wrong with it?
the dog ate his homework.
Yeah, so now he got another year
he
of
lost
eligibility.
he lost his lunch
Like
on the way home.
it's crazy. so so we say
Yo,
that to circle back to the fact that now that the tournament is fastly approaching us, there's nobody that we can point out in the bracket and say, oh, this team may run away with the tournament. Or this team, this school got a bunch of stars, on it. It's no team. So now when we are filling out these Madness brackets, it's definitely a crapshoot, and we are taking a shot in the
absolutely.
dark. We taking a handful of spaghetti and just throwing it to the wall and see which one sticks. And the one that
Um,
sticks the longest is the one we're going to pick.
and you dead right, absolutely right. Um, Connecticut won last year, but ask the average person who watches First Take or these other sports shows who won the NCAA championship last year. They don't know. You know what I'm
they'll
saying?
they'll guess
But
on what Duke? No. North
but
Carolina?
you can
No.
still name the Fab Five, and they ain't win nothing.
Yeah.
And I'm not saying that to throw any shade or anything. It's just what we remember. You know what I
There's
mean?
no stars. There's
Yeah.
nobody to
You know
stand
what I
out.
mean? So can you imagine if Jalen Rose and Chris Webber and Jimmy King, Ray Jackson, and Jalen and Jawan
Um.
Howard would have got a title?
Yeah.
Listen, but on the same wavelength as that, Yada, Larry Johnson and them. Larry Johnson and them. They got a title at UNLV.
Yep.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean? With Stacey Augman and Anderson Hunt and those dudes.
Mhm.
With the Talk to Sharp, rest in peace. You know what I mean? So again, like you said, it's boring. There's
It's
nothing
boring.
that captures you. I ran with Gonzaga for the last 4 or 5 years. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And try to stick it out with Gonzaga. Try to stick it out with Gonzaga. You know what I mean? You look at a team like Marquette who just got dusted by Connecticut last week. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? So again, when you try to find a team that's kind of like trying to find their way and stuff like that, Florida Atlantic just got beat by who beat them? Somebody just beat them the other night. Florida Atlantic. They was
Um,
like 4th in the nation, and they just
yeah.
got beat.
It was somebody in Florida too. It was another Florida
Yeah,
school. I
so
forgot.
again,
Yeah.
to me, at this point in the game, to keep it really, really green, the women's side is more
That's right.
exciting than the men's side right now. You know what I'm saying?
I've been saying that
I'm
for
looking
weeks.
forward to the SEC tournament. The SEC tournament and on the women's side is going to be bananas.
The Pac-12 gonna be
Yeah,
bananas.
the Pac-12 tournament. Look at yeah. Shout out and shout out to Juju Watkins. We can't disrespect
Juju
and say
Watkins been
nobody's doing
balling.
respect to you. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? I mean, at the end of the day, Hunter Dickinson, when you transfer from Michigan to Kansas, yeah, we know our stuff over here down in sports talk. Get out of this. When you transfer from Michigan to Kansas, everybody was like, "Oh, Kansas is going to just run the table and just win 30 games and go to the Final Four, win the championship and all that."
Kansas is getting dusted.
You vulnerable like the next man, absolutely.
They've been
You
getting
vulnerable like
dusted
you
out there.
vulnerable like Creighton. You vulnerable like Tennessee. You vulnerable
Yep.
like Missouri. You vulnerable like
Yep.
you know what I mean, like just like anybody else on the map. But the only team right now that's looking like they're about that work is Connecticut.
That's the only one.
Because
Yep.
Connecticut busts Marquette's ass. I was like,
Yeah.
oh.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was like, okay, Marquette going, try to, show and prove. But Connecticut is and they lost the dude that went to the NBA. The dude that was the most valuable player in the tournament last year. He left. And they ain't
Oh,
Mississippi.
I can't
So
think of
I
his name.
forgot his name. I'm not even gonna try to
I
mess up
can't
his
think
name.
of
You
his
know what I'm saying?
name. Yeah.
Yeah, so he left. So again, like you said, it's getting ready to get tournament time. The conference tournaments is getting ready to get popping.
Mm-hmm.
It's going to be very, very interesting to see. I want to see how LSU is going to battle back once the tournament starts. I want to see what Ohio State's going to do. I want to see what draw Iowa gets. You know what I mean? Everybody will be focused on South Carolina and what Dawn Staley and them are doing, which they should. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Well, because right now they, South Carolina, they the number one overall.
Right,
So the rest of those brackets is going to be extremely interesting because, like you said, there's so much better competition. This season, where Colorado going to fall, where
right.
UCLA
Colorado,
going to
right,
fall,
right,
USC,
right.
North Carolina State. There's a lot of schools out here that have been balling. Arizona.
Right.
Louisville. Like they've been. It's been a lot of
Houston.
stiff competition. So this year, the women's bracket, I think it's the bracket that we should be focused on this tournament.
Okay, I can't
People,
argue that.
I
I'm not
think we
gonna.
should
I
highlight the
can't
women's
argue that at
bracket this
all.
year.
So we go focus on the women's side of the draw, the women's bracket. I'm not mad at that. You know what I mean? We're gonna definitely get into that. How are we feeling in regards to Caitlin Clark breaking the record and it being a moment in women's college basketball history that we should really kind of honor and take homage of and kind of remember and put into our mind frame that she broke the record, it'll never be touched, things like of that nature.
Um, it's a big deal. It's huge. That when Kelsey broke it, I mean, it took Kelsey to her final regular season game, to break it, and she put up mad points to break it. Caitlin, well deserved. Been balling since she touched the court in Iowa, and in the way that she just shoots. She just shoots shoot the lights out on anybody. I kind of think that the whole "Don't Be a Shirl" campaign kind of dampered the accomplishment, you know, because it should be celebrated even more. They gave us some props on ESPN. They had Monica McNutt on there, and she gave her praise, which is all due. It is something that a record that no one thought that was going to get broken after Kelsey broke it, because I mean it was like 3,000 points. Who thought someone was going to break it? Um, but definitely salute to her and the way that she broke it. She also set a career high. She scored 49 points. You know, in that game. The bucket that she broke it on was a logo three. And once again, she shot it from the logo, so her range is ridiculous. Just like how
Outside the
Sabrina
NBA
range
3-point
is
line,
ridiculous,
right?
way outside the NBA 3-point line. So if we go back to the All Star game, they want to do Steph and Steph and somebody versus Sabrina somebody. I can see that. I can see like a Steph and Sabrina versus like Dame and Caitlyn. You know,
A 2-on-2.
a 2-on-2. Something like that. That would be hot. So two of the best two of the best 3-point shooters on the male and the female side. That'd be something dope to see. But definitely a big salute to Caitlin Clark. To me, the only thing that would solidify her as like the best player in NCAA women's history or would be to win the national title, because you can't say, you can't be walking around wearing a "Don't Be a Cheryl" T-shirt if you don't win no
You ain't
NCAA
got no chip.
title. And Cheryl
Right,
got two of them.
right.
Cheryl Springs got two.
So, so,
So,
so that's another storyline. So, like, again,
hmm
you put the pressure and you put the bullseye on you by, trying to make, light and money off of,
yeah,
what was going on. So now, the onus is going to be on you to get past, Angel Reese, to get past Dawn Staley, to get past what's going on in
Juju,
Colorado, Juju Watkins. You know what I mean? It's gonna keep
UCLA,
coming. It's gonna keep,
Tennessee,
you know what I mean? It's gonna be
because
really, really serious.
the chick in Tennessee, Vakia Jackson,
Right, right,
she
right,
balls
right,
out crazy too.
right.
So there's a lot more competition this year on the women's side of brackets. So if she wants to really solidify her name in NCAA history, she gotta win a title, because it's
Well,
gonna be
I don't
it's
know. I
gonna
don't
be,
know if
oh
this
yeah,
year is gonna be
you
it.
breaking the scoring record, it is hot, but you ain't still win no championship. It's
Well,
gonna be
all
like
I
how
know,
you know what it's gonna be like. It's gonna be similar to LeBron when he broke Kareem's record. It was hot. But guess what? You didn't win a title.
well, we'll see what happens on that note. I just think that this year's tournament is going to be very, very exciting. I think the women's side is going
I
to get
can't wait.
if not as much play, maybe a little bit more play than the men's side, for the simple fact that there's so many teams that even people who aren't really fans, like, and follow it like we do,
Hmm
are going to be interested in it. They want to watch it.
Yeah.
They want to see, who's going to come out on top and make this thing happen. I mean, as far as the men's side is concerned, you're going to have, teams that, everybody can't win. Everybody can't get to the Final Four. That's why they
Nope.
call it the Final Four. You know what I mean? But again, at the end of the day, you're always gonna have that team, that one team that nobody saw coming.
Who's gonna be that Florida Gulf
Yeah,
Coast?
on the Gulf Coast, the G Dub. You know what I
Who's go-
mean? Nobody, nobody saw it coming. You know what I mean?
yeah?
Florida Atlantic.
Who's
But
gonna be this year? Florida
I don't,
Atlantic.
I don't, I don't want to mention Florida Atlantic because the way they lost the game in the Final Four, man.
It was
Oh
wild.
man, come
Yeah.
on, yo. That's still,
Yeah.
I'm still bothered by that, yo. You was up by 12.
He
You
had
was,
it. They let it go.
you was about to go to the championship game, and I wanted it for y'all so bad, just to
I
be like,
did
yo,
too.
but
That's what
y'all
I'm
gave
looking
up.
forward
You got
to.
scared. You got shook, scared to look. You start throwing the ball away. I was like, what the hell is going on? I was looking at this game. I was like, yo, they
I'm
gonna
like,
lose
dude.
the
I'm like,
game.
I'm looking like, do they have money on the game? Did someone? Is
They gonna lose the
it someone? Someone made
game.
a phone call. Was like, all right, you gotta.
I was like, are you serious? I'm like,
Yeah.
the way that they was playing, Kimmy, nobody saw that coming. They was playing
Mm-mm.
so good. They was because they wasn't thinking about it. They was just playing the game.
Yeah.
They was getting putbacks. They was making threes. I was like, oh, for the Atlantic. Then all of a sudden, I think it was a
It
play
went
where the dude
away.
threw it. The dude threw it down court. He threw it full court down. He threw it all the way down court. It was a full court and was nobody there. That's when it started to fall apart. I gotta watch that again. But Florida Atlantic, they really spit the bit, yo.
Yeah, they did.
Talking about blowing your wad. Like,
Yeah.
yo, what?
Yeah.
I,
So hopefully, that's what I'm
oh,
looking forward to see. That's
oh.
on the men's side. I'm looking forward to see, who's going to be the next
Right.
Florida
And,
Atlantic.
and 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 you want to be able to talk about it and like, you know what I mean? And
Yeah.
and be like, who's gonna be the guy that that blows it? Who's gonna be the guy that makes the last minute shot, like Derek Whittenberg when it was North Carolina State beat Houston beat Elijah Wan in them. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And I mean like this was like probably like he was a little bit younger, but yo, Houston when they had Elijah Wan, Clyde Drexler, Benny Anders, who was better than all of them. Benny Anders, Larry Mishaw, and Guy Lewis was the coach for Houston. And
Mm.
Louisville had Darrell Griffith, Dr. Duncanstein. What? What? Yo, you got to YouTube that game, Browski. Houston and Louisville. They was dunking. Talk about that could have been a dunk contest. That game could have won a dunk contest. They was dunking all over the place, but it was a classic game. Houston and Louisville. I mean, we had that, once the Final Four gets close or whatever. We'll have those conversations. There's so many dope games from back in the day. Just off the top, yo. I'm not googling nothing. It's just memory off the top.
Yeah.
But yo, man, that's what you want the tournament to be. Have those memories, man, and I don't know, man. The only thing I can remember from last year's tournament, Connecticut winning and Florida Atlantic blowing that big ass lead. I can remember that
Yeah. Yep.
Falcons in the Super Bowl was, you know what I
No,
mean? Like,
exactly. Yeah.
damn, son. I'm sitting there looking at the TV like, damn.
Yeah, it was
That's
crazy. I was like, wow, that's wild, yo.
Yo, we here, man, down in Sports Talk, making it happen, man. Myself and Yada Bear in the house. Make sure you check out Yada Bear 60s, Twitter, Star Report, all that good stuff right there. What else we gonna talk about? We got a few minutes left. We're gonna get down on it early tonight. What we getting
Oh
down
well,
on?
let's talk. We can talk a little bit about some baseball. We got some.
Oh, okay,
We got
okay,
some
okay, okay.
baseball
Okay.
coming
We
up.
get down on some
Spring,
baseball too. Okay. Spring
spring
training just
training.
started. Go ahead. You got your Phillies in the
Um,
house.
all day. We made a little signing. We signed with
With
was it
Merrifield.
with Mayfield. Yeah, Mayfield. Um, I think that was a good signing for us. We need another bat. He's a utility guy, so he definitely will get a lot of playing time and get a lot of opportunities at the plate this year. It's going to be interesting because Bryce is going to start at first base.
He's
And I
locked
think
in. Yeah, he's locked in. Yep.
yeah, he's locked in at first. He's excited to play first. I think him playing at first base add more years to his baseball career. You know, and he was able to make that transition so smoothly from right field to first base. So I'm excited to see him come out the gate, starting at first. I'm just excited to see that he's healthy at the beginning of the season because last season we dealt with a lot of injuries early on. We dealt with a lot of people forgetting how to play baseball. Trey Turner struggled super early in the season. Um, in the field and at the plate. So hopefully this season he's more comfortable and we can really see the Trey Turner that we paid for that we have seen many
That you
years
saw in the
before.
baseball classic.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm looking forward to that. I'm just looking forward to baseball. I we get down on football and basketball and some hockey here and there, but baseball, is really like true to the heart. Always been a huge baseball fan. So spring training come around, I get excited. I get excited, and I just can't wait for this season. What's going on with your Yankees?
Well, all I'm gonna say
Oh
is
boy.
right now, hope springs eternal for everybody. Right? I'm still hoping
Mhm.
that we can spring some money for Blake Snell. The
Listen,
Orioles went and got the Orioles went and got Corbin Burns. Like
yeah,
I'm like, they just added, more and more, which they're making moves. The ownership, they changed the ownership. You know what I mean? So they're gonna really make some moves and do some things. But forget all that. Um, John Carlos Stanton, he come to camp. He's slim, trim, say he's ready to go. He wants to become a baseball player again, whatever that means. You know
I
what I'm saying? It can be whatever
yo,
that means.
what's so
He wants to be
crazy?
a baseball player. Like,
Yo,
like
a lot of guys been saying some weird stuff like uh, uh the guy from the Angels,
Mike Trout.
no, the other one.
Red Dawn, Anthony Red
But
Dawn.
yeah, Anthony went down. He been saying a lot of weird stuff. Like, what's going on
Oh
with
yeah,
baseball players not want
he
to play
got his
baseball?
money. He got his money. He got the Sean Alexander disease. He got the money now. He ain't interested no more.
He said he's like, wait a minute, I gotta go up and I'm trying to bat 3 or 4 times a game. I'm like, wait, what?
That's like
Like,
the dude. That's like the dude on the Mariners, the pitcher that said he was tired after throwing 75 pitches. Like, what the hell is going on?
what are you talking about?
Like, and I mean, as far as like the Yankees are concerned, it's gonna be a tough go, a very, very tough go, I think, this year. But I still think the Orioles are gonna take a step backwards. Um, even though they have the other kid, the Jackson kid coming up,
Mm-hmm.
behind Gunner and behind Adley Rushman, who I always liked even when he first came up. I knew their
Yeah,
fortunes were going to turn because that kid is the truth, and I said that. I said that he reminded me of Carlton Fisk, like one of those dudes. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? And he's proven to be that so far. The Blue Jays, whenever they're going to decide to get it together with Guerrero and Bichette and all of those dudes, you know what I mean? That pitcher they got to figure it out. Um, Tampa Bay, I'm not really worried about them. They got problems worried about where the hell they're going to end up playing at. They're going to do something with that stadium situation. But my Yankees, Soto, Judge, Stanton, okay? I like that. You know, Carlos Rodon, if he could come back, put his head out his behind, you know what I mean, and stop blowing kisses
mm-hmm.
to the Yankee fans, you know what I mean, and get out there and pitch some ball games, give Garrett Cole some support. All right. And not for nothing, we keeping an eye on you, Aaron Boone. You're getting another year to get it together, B. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
We're giving you another chance, another lifeline. You know what I mean? For real. Like 82 and 80 ain't gonna cut it this season, B.
uh
You know what
huh,
I mean? Anthony Rizzo, you gotta stop having headaches. You know what I mean? DJ LeMayu, I know your best years are behind you, yo. But again, do some things. Gleyber Torres, come on. You know what I mean? Jason Dominguez, don't you ain't got to rush to get back. He'll probably be back around the All Star break.
mm-hmm.
You know, so I think so far, it's the first week of spring training. We'll see what it is, see what the pitching is looking like, and
Yep.
hopefully we'll have some things together, get together, man, because it's gonna be here before we know it.
I mean, what next week?
Yeah,
First game.
yeah. See, it's here already.
Yeah,
Good up.
yeah, yeah. So what we getting down on tonight? What am I
Um,
getting down on
yeah,
tonight?
what you getting down on, Browski?
You know what? I gotta keep getting down on the NBA All Star. I gotta keep.
Okay, it don't
I gotta
stop.
keep my foot. I keep my foot
It
on
don't
that
stop.
because there's been suggestions been thrown around for years, especially regarding the dunk contest. It's like if these star players don't want to dunk, then why don't you all sponsor these dunkers that be dunking on YouTube? Y'all got the money for it. Why not do that? Why not sponsor those dunkers? Or sponsor, I don't know, someone in college that you see, that you saw can get up, or
You know
street
why?
ballers that can get up. You
You
know
know why? Because remember
why?
how the young lady said that Lamar Jackson wasn't quarterbacky enough.
Uh,
When you
uh,
when you when you get those guys that we know, that we know like locally, and we know that can go out there and put on a show, dunk in or a 3-point contest, or even within the game construct, they're not corporate enough.
I guess.
You know what I
I guess.
mean?
Or
Because
or just take away
I
the
mean,
dunk
again,
contest.
huh?
Or just eliminate the dunk contest altogether and
Yeah, I mean,
incorporate
again, that
something
that
else.
they got to do
Like,
something. They got to do something. What they're gonna do? They're gonna they cut off their nose to spite their face. Is eliminate the
yeah,
dunk contest
because
because nobody wants to do it.
no, nobody wants to do
Nobody
it.
can do it, and nobody wants to see somebody try 20 times to make one dunk.
And like I said before, we have seen every variation of a dunk that that anybody in the NBA have done possible. We've
Only
seen
dunk
it.
we ain't seen is somebody mother go out there and
Yeah,
somebody moms
exactly.
go out
So,
there and
so,
dunk.
so
That's
a
the only
mom out
thing we
there
ain't seen.
and dunk
You
the
know what I
ball.
mean?
Like if they get rid of the dunk contest, then they could bring in like I said you behind the scenes, like a 3-on-3
Yeah.
tournament. You know,
Yep. And they
you
could
do
draw
something like that.
the players out of a hat. You know
Yes,
what I mean?
that
They could draw the
that
players
that
out
could
of
be a
a hat.
legit pickup
It
game.
would be random. It would be random, yo. It would be
Yeah.
random. And I think here's the thing. To me, now picture this, Bousy. I'm with you. You got a squad of, let's say, you got the Eastern Conference, you got the Western Conference. That's how you're gonna break it down, right? You
Mm-hmm.
got 3-on-3, you got 15. Let's say for the sake of argument, we just saying you got 7 teams. That's 21 players. 7 teams on the West, 7 teams on the East, 3 players on each team. That's 21 players. Who wouldn't give their arm and leg to be one of those dudes to represent your conference in those 3-on-3? You get
Yeah.
21 of the top players in the East, 21 of the top players in the West. They draw the names out of a hat. You don't know who's going to play with who. It's a random draw.
Exactly.
It'll be totally random. You get whoever you play with, that's who you play with, and y'all play it out. I
Mm-hmm.
think that to me that would be dope
Yeah.
because you would have guys that would be trying. It would be to me it would bring some kind of like a little bit of maybe some pride. You would want to be one of those guys. 21, and then they divide those
Mm-hmm.
21 guys up into 7 teams or 24 or whatever. You know what I mean? They divide those
Yeah.
guys up into three squads, 3-man
Yeah.
teams. That would be
And then
crazy.
they'll be, and then you won't lose any sponsorships. People will
No,
be engaged. Everybody be watching because everybody be like, "Oh my God, you got Joel Embiid, LeBron James, and Trey Young on the team together. Like that's crazy. Like
right,
who would
right,
expect that? Or
right.
you got a team of all
You, you
bigs, or
got
a team of
you,
all
you got
or
you got
two
you got
guards.
you got Wembayama, Booker, and what's the guy? Spencer Dinwiddie or some shit. You know what I mean? You have to
Yeah,
do
the three major
wild
guys.
like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Wow. Do you know what I mean?
that would
So
be
again, I
crazy.
think that would bring a different excitement and a different energy. You know what I mean? And then some kind of way you could kind of incorporate, hopefully, or maybe the big three, like you know what I mean? That type of scenario. I mean,
I
I,
don't
I
know.
wouldn't mind seeing Allen
Something.
Iverson get out there to play 3-on-3 or somebody's 3-on-3 squad. I wouldn't mind seeing
I don't think AI coming out there. Not
that.
AI be sidelined all day.
Yeah, what the-
He can coach it. He can coach him. Okay, he can coach them.
word up, word up. Um, what am I getting down on? I always have my get down like over the weekend. I think this is what I'm gonna do. This is what I'm gonna say. This is what I'm gonna say. And then by the time the show come around, I forget. Um, I'm gonna get down on the NBA All Star Game as well. I feel like I feel
You
like
got to.
no, you know what I'm getting down on. You know what I'm getting down on cities that win championships and cities that have big events.
Mm.
Why y'all don't know how to act? Everybody talks about New York all the time.
They
How
talking about
we,
Philly all the time.
you know what I'm saying?
How
How
we trash.
we don't do this, we don't do that, we don't do the third, or we do this, we do that, we do the third. Every time we win a championship, even though we haven't won one in a hot minute, we don't burn cars, we don't kill people, we don't beat up. Well, I saw a couple of fights at the Yankee parade, but that's neither here nor there. But again, it doesn't get to that point where somebody gets shot, somebody loses their life. You go to a
Yeah,
parade to celebrate your team, you know what I mean?
yeah.
And this is what happens. And again, I want to get down on those people, man, who make it their business to cause confusion when people all they want to do is have a good time and celebrate their team's championship. And to me, that takes away the whole spirit of the thing, man. You still have, you have the fights at the high school games. I saw the fight the Southland Conference basketball game
You,
at the
you
handshake
saw that
round.
the other. Yeah, that was wild.
That was crazy. And again, um, it bothers me, yo, where people can't even just go to a game and enjoy the spirit of the competition without
Hmm.
losing their life or losing some blood or whatever the case may be. But cut that out, man. All right, that's from me, man. Lefty Nice, man, down in the sports talk. Word up.
Yeah,
That's for everybody at down in the sports talk. Even
that's
Windwalker,
right.
who's celebrating. He's at the store right now celebrating with his crew. Respect. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Um, yeah, that's about it, man. We're about to get up
yeah.
out of here, man. I'm chop it up with Browski behind the scenes. That's Yada Bear right there. If you didn't know, that's Yada Bear over
Yeah, I
there.
just want to say congratulations to
Go ahead.
Brittany Griner for getting her Baylor jersey
Oh
retired.
yeah. Brittany Griner.
Congratulations,
Yeah,
Brittany. So,
go ahead.
yeah, definitely congratulations.
Yeah,
Well deserved.
absolutely. Congratulations to Brittany Griner for making that happen. And she, well deserved, man. Salute, well deserved, Brittany
Yeah,
Griner. John Quill Jones decided to stay with the New York Liberty. Salute. You know what I mean? I don't know how
yeah.
much for me catching up to the Las Vegas Aces, but I guess we'll figure that out. We're about to get up out of here. I'm gonna confer with Yada Bear in regards to the baseball preview. How we gonna make this happen? We're gonna do this
Hmm.
absolutely American League, National League, and all that good stuff. We got the
Yeah,
March Madness get ready to come up, men's and women's side. You know what I mean? Not for nothing, we got the Stanley Cup playoffs. Not for nothing. You know what I
yeah,
mean? We got to even mess around and mess with the Masters. You know what I mean? That's what we're
yeah.
doing. There's a lot of stuff happening, Kentucky Derby and all that crazy stuff getting ready to come down the line. But that's how we do, and that's how we get up, get out of us down in sports talk. Make sure you check in and check in and check in with this one over here. Over here, man. You know what I mean? All right, don't go nowhere. We're about to get up out of here. We'll talk to y'all. Windwalker, make sure you safe, yo, and
Definitely
celebrate in peace, man. Celebrate in peace. You know what I mean?
celebrate.
Peace
Peace.
and soup in Beirut.